Battle plan. It was turning night at Agathantia, but the palace at Uvia was busy. The soldiers were preparing with the order of Yugada as they gathered their best ones, for it would be Agathantia's first journey to battle far outside their land. Leonardo, this is the map of the countries known to Agathantia. This was where the Vamoths found you, in the former land of the Mals, Zareplador. At the back of it to the east was the mountain range of Hapa, and farther away after the great river are unexplored lands that we have not been to yet. Farther south are also unknown lands to us. Now, where in this map can we find the Mals? Leonardo studied the map. I am not good at this, but where is the sea in the south? Yugada looked at the map again. Here. Yugada was pointing to a wide open area in the map as Leonardo studied it very carefully. Agathantia was way far north from the sea in the south as Leonardo's fingers ran through the map. He was looking specifically at the great river that flowed from the north to the south. The great river separated into three directions. One was heading southeast that separated Agathantia from Nosnev, moved eastwards, then went south passing the east edges of Nosnev, Hapa, Geradia, Simphus and the Grent lands before it ended in the southern sea. The other one continued its path southwards and moved to southeast passing the western edges of Nosnev and Zareplador and moved southwards passing the west side of Hapa, Geradia, Simphus and the Grent lands. The lands from Nosnev to Grent were virtually enclosed by the waters of the great river. The third and the large one moved straight towards south until its flow was separated into three other directions by large and uninhabited cliffs that rose out to the river. One line moved south, then southwest passing the southwestern edges of Bixar, the west of the Redth land, then moved west that separated the Redth land and Ozulbeneg land. The other one flowed straight south passing the western side of the uninhabited cliffs and narrowed down to the west, dividing the vast land of Ozulbenegs into two. The third one and last one moved south passing the cliffs, then southeast passing the western edges of Tuz before it joined the water passing the cliffs towards south. Tuz and the cliffs were the only lands enclosed by the great water on its own. It is here. This is where the Mals and the Malservius are. How long will it take for us from here to reach them? Yugada looked at the map once again. He knew the places up to the middle north and up to the northern edges of Geradia but was uncertain beyond. Using the eastern river from here to Geradia will take us about 2 days. From land, I am not sure. Maybe a week or so for crossing the Hapa mountain alone to reach Geradia will take us 4 or 5 days, Leonardo agreed. He's been in the Hapa mountain before on its west side. He knew. I was told that from Geradia to Mathipus is about a 4-day journey. That is if we succeed in breaking the Malservius fortress and the Geradians allow us to cross their country. Yes, I almost forgot. You mentioned that the Malservius have a fortress. Fortresses, Yugada. The east and west of Mathipus are enclosed by camouflaged fortresses. The only way we can go inside Mathipus without passing through the fortresses is if we will use the flow of the great river directly southwards. That is not possible. Here, as you can see, is a land that separated the flow of the great river into two. This land is called Tuz. It is where the Malservius originally came from, and we believe that the Malservius at Bixar and at the edges of Nosnev came from there. We may get ambushed by them if we pass through there. From the river? With what? Your ships are very large. It will be difficult for any of them to climb from the waters to the boat. I am not certain, Leonardo. Bixar manufactures good weapons since time, from trebuchets to mounted spear guns and slings, weapons that are capable of destroying enemy forces from a distance. Bixar fell against them, and I am sure they have those long-range weapons with them. There is a great risk that our ships will be hit by them, for we need to pass their waters. Leonardo fell silent and Yugada felt the same. Both realized how difficult the path going to the Mals was until Yugada broke the silence. It is not bad to try and take some risks. I will send soldiers in all possible directions. 3 ships with 500 soldiers will directly move towards Tuz. 7,000 will sail southwards to Geradia using the eastern river, and another 4,000 will come from the west through the south of the Redth land. There is 1,000 already there, if you may recall, who I sent to help the southern Redths if necessary. If we are lucky, we can have 2 forces that will attack from the east and the west from where the Mals are. If you say that Tuz contains large forces of Malservius, why then are you sending just 500 soldiers there? Those 500 soldiers are diversions to our large group that will come from the east and the west. I intend to make the Malservius think that we are invading their land at Tuz in the hope that they will send reinforcements and set their eyes away from the east and the west. I am sure they will not bother the eastern side of their land. They do not have any imminent threat from there, and from there we will come with a large force, and hopefully, free the Mals. The 500 may not have a chance then, Leonardo uttered. That Yugada responded with pride. In every war there are heroes. They will be one.